Coming up on 5 Minute News. Hundreds in Atlanta rally against hate crime. Turkey's Erdogan quits treaty on violence against women. And half of UK adults have had one dose of COVID-19 vaccine. It's Sunday, March 21. I'm Anthony Davis. A diverse crowd gathered on Saturday in a park across from the Georgia state capitol to demand justice for the victims of shootings at massage businesses days earlier and to denounce racism, xenophobia, and misogyny. The hundreds of people of all ages and varied racial and ethnic backgrounds who gathered in Liberty Plaza in Atlanta waved signs and cheered for speakers, including U.S. Senators Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff, and Georgia State Representative B. Nugent, the first Vietnamese American to serve in the Georgia House. Robert Aaron Long, a 21-year-old white man, is accused of killing 4 people inside 2 Atlanta spas and 4 others at a massage business about 30 miles away in suburban Cherokee County. 6 of the 8 people killed on Tuesday were women of Asian descent. Another person was also shot but survived. Investigators have said Long confessed to the slayings, but said they weren't racially motivated. He claimed to have a sex addiction, which caused him to lash out at what he saw as sources of temptation, according to authorities. Police have said they're still working to establish a motive, including looking into whether the attacks can be classified as hate crimes. Georgia lawmakers last year passed a hate crimes law that allows additional penalties to be imposed for certain offences when motivated by a victim's race, colour, religion, national origin, sex, sexual orientation, gender, or disability. A hate crime is not a standalone crime under the law, but it can be used to add time to a sentence once someone is convicted of another crime. President Erdogan pulled Turkey out of an international accord designed to protect women, the government said on Saturday, prompting protests and criticism from those who said it was necessary to tackle rising domestic violence. The Council of Europe Accord, called the Istanbul Convention, pledged to prevent, prosecute, and eliminate domestic violence and promote equality. Turkey signed it in 2011, but femicide has surged in the country in recent years. No reason was provided for the withdrawal in the official Gazette, where it was announced in the early hours of Saturday. But top government officials said domestic law, rather than outside fixes, would protect women's rights. The convention, forged in Turkey's biggest city, had split Erdogan's ruling AK party and even his family. Last year, officials said the government was mulling pulling out, amid a row over how to curb growing violence against women. Britain said on Saturday that half the country's adults have received at least one dose of COVID-19 vaccine, as the government races to reach everyone over the age of 18 by the end of July. The National Health Service has put shots in the arms of 26.9 million people, or 51% of the adult population, according to the latest government statistics. The NHS passed the halfway point by delivering 589,689 first doses on Friday, the highest daily total since the mass vaccination programme began in early December. The announcement followed the news from health authorities earlier this week that Britain would see a significant reduction in vaccine supplies next month. The National Health Service will continue during April to deliver first doses to those most at risk from COVID-19, along with 12 million second jabs. In an effort to vaccinate as many people as possible, the UK decided to stretch the time between the first and second doses to 12 weeks instead of 4 weeks as initially planned. Public health officials say the vaccines the country is using offer a high level of immunity after one shot, although 2 are needed for full protection. Britain has delivered 44 doses of vaccine for every 100 people, more than any other country with a population of more than 10 million, according to data compiled by Oxford University. The United States is second, at 35 doses per 100. Even as Britain celebrates its success, there are growing concerns about the failure of wealthy countries to share scarce vaccine supplies with developing nations. You can subscribe to 5 Minute News on YouTube with your preferred podcast app. Ask your smart speaker or enable 5 Minute News as your Amazon Alexa flash briefing skill. Subscribe, rate and review online at 5minute.news. 5 Minute News is an Evergreen Podcast covering politics, inequality, health and climate, delivering independent, unbiased and essential world news daily.